Good morning. How y'all doing? It's Halloween. Halloween season, which means scary movie season. We're going to be talking scary movies. What's the scariest movie you've ever seen? Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. What movie scared the heck out of you? That's what we're talking about today. That is Cole Swindell, and she had me at Heads, Carolina on 101.1 and KRMD. It is 9:11. I'm Mason in the morning. We're broadcasting live on the radio, of course, but we're also on Facebook and YouTube right now. You can search for Mason in the morning. You can also go to facebook.com/KRMD Mason. You'll be able to find me right there. And I'm asking for your help. I want to find the scariest movie you've ever seen. You can text it to me. Text it to me at 320-KRMD. You can also go to Facebook or YouTube right now and put it in the comments. The scary movie that scared the heck out of you. Do you have one like that? One that you definitely remember seeing and going, whoa. That was a scary one. I actually saw a pretty scary movie over the weekend. Smile. You guys seen Smile? It's the #1 movie at the box office, which doesn't happen very often. It does not happen very often. Scary movies getting to the top? No. A lot of people think scary movies are, cheap, which they are. The movie was cheap to make comparatively. You're talking like some of these movies that come out with $250 million budgets. I think Smile was at $16 or $17 million to make. Still, we're measuring in millions, so that's a lot, but you guys might want to check out Smile. It scared me. There were certain points in there where I was like looking behind me. I went to the restroom at one point, and it got kind of scary when I was coming back. And you're going down the long hall to get back into the theater, and you can just sort of see that you could see the screen, and you knew something was coming. I shouldn't have gone to the restroom at that time because something scary happened. Oh, I jumped and looked. What makes a scary movie, too? That's interesting. The reason I'm asking is somebody put out a list of the top 5 scariest movies of all time, according to leading industry experts. The industry being scary movies. And that's it. Just scary movies. That's all we're talking about. And scariest of all time. I haven't scrolled down yet, so you guys can actually put your movie in. Text me at 320-KRMD. Put it in the comments. The movie that you remember scaring the heck out of you. Because it's of all time. And there's probably no surprise at the top. That's my guess. I'm guessing that the scariest of movies of all time, I think it's probably The Exorcist. It seems to be on every list that I've ever seen as the top movie. The scariest movie of all time. Do you guys remember seeing The Exorcist? It is scary. The only thing that I can say that knocks The Exorcist down at all is that it is old. And some of the technology or the graphics, the graphic technology does look a little shaky nowadays. When you compare it to what we can do, because The Exorcist was from the 70s, the early 70s. Things have come a long way, a long, long way. But what is the scariest movie you've ever seen? Text me, 320-KRMD, put it in the comments, and let's get into it. It talks about first what makes a scary movie, which I thought was interesting. What makes a scary movie? They basically say it takes these factors. You want to have a creeping fear, then the adrenaline rush of things happening during the movie, pure shock, excitement, and actual terror. Those are the factors that make a scary movie according to these experts. Creeping fear, which I think of creeping fear, I would say Hannibal Lecter, what's it called? Silence of the Lambs. I saw that when I was probably 12. Too young to be seeing a movie like that. I really wanted to see it. I snuck into my cousin's living room while we were staying there because I saw that he had it, and I watched it as too young of a kid, and it creeped me out. It was definitely a scary movie. But yeah, creeping fear, adrenaline rush, pure shock, excitement, and terror. Those are the factors. So let's see what it is. run through it. Number 5, scariest movie of all time. And I'm worried because now I see it. I'm not sure if this is a great list. It Follows. Do you remember that movie? It Follows, 2014. Fairly new. Guess it's about 8 years old now. It Follows. Do you guys remember that being super scary? I gotta watch it again. Maybe I didn't. I mean, I remember seeing it. I remember saying I liked it. It's the car, right? The car follows him around. It Follows is the number 5 greatest horror movie, scariest movie of all time. I might have to look that one up again. Number 4, I love this one, The Shining. That's got the creeping fear, doesn't it? And it's not like super jump out scary, but all that stuff and the creepiness of it, I like that. Number 4, The Shining. Number 3, Paranormal Activity. That's one of those I've always had mixed feelings about. I do like it. It is scary, but is it really scary? Nothing happens at all through the whole movie. There's not scary gore. There's not blood. There's not anything. It just scares you. And you don't even know why. It's like when you're scared of your own home. You're just scared of something that might be over there, might not be. I mean, stuff shakes. Ooh, that's the biggest part. But it is. That's a tricky one. Paranormal Activity. Number 2, Halloween. What do you think of that? Halloween? Number 2 scariest movie of all time? I've seen a lot of scary movies, and Halloween definitely can do it. It's another one of those old ones where the new ones have way better technology, way better graphics and all that kind of stuff, but you kind of go back to the old one and it is scarier. And guess what number 1 is? No surprise here. Number 1, The Exorcist, 1973, it says. Scariest movie of all time, according to the industry experts, 10 of the leading experts in scary movies. The most frightening inducing movies, those are them. It Follows, The Shining, Paranormal Activity, Halloween, and The Exorcist. Are the experts right? Did they get that right? Are those the scariest movies of all time? Put them in the comment. What is this? Allison says E.T. wasn't on that list. She's scared. E.T. E.T. scared you? Creeped you out? What was so scary about E.T.? E.T. Let me see the text messages. Scary movie that caused me to have a light in my closet at 19 years old was The Nun. The Nun. I was actually just talking about The Nun yesterday. If you guys missed the show yesterday or didn't hear me talking about it, there is a viral video going around right now of these daycare girls who are scaring their 2-year-olds out of bad behavior. They were trying to get them to behave by scaring the heck out of them. And one thing they did was they went and bought nun masks. Those nun masks. Where the mouth gets all long and scary, and then they're trying to scare the heck out of the kids. They ended up all getting fired. It's like 4 girls who were trying to scare all these kids. But The Nun is scary. Caused me to have my light in my closet at 19 years old is The Nun. I like that. The Nun is scary. E.T., honey. That's actually from my wife. She says E.T. is the scariest movie of all time. I'm not so sure if that's right. The Exorcist I love. I just don't know. If I showed it to a kid now, do you think they'd be scared of that one? The Exorcist? Do you think they could even watch? It's so grainy. It's so dark. I hope it still scares them. I hope it still scares them. I hope they would still like it. A 16-year-old seeing The Exorcist for the first time in 2022. Is that still scary? I don't know. But that's according to the experts. Probably no surprise, but put down your favorite movie. I want to know the scariest movie you've ever seen. Whether you liked it or not, I don't care. Just whether it scared the heck out of you. Also, It Follows was about an invisible monster stalking and murdering a group of kids. The invisible monster. Yeah, I mean, was it the one with the car? I don't know if you're listening actually online. This was from our text messages. I remember the car. Is that the movie? It Follows, like a car follows them. I can't remember. I need to go watch It Follows again. If It Follows made the list with The Shining and The Exorcist, and what was the other one? Paranormal Activity, Halloween. It's got to be good, and I don't remember it being that good. I remember liking it though. I do remember it, but I guess I watched too many scary movies. But put yours, the movie that scared you the most. Put it in the comments. Right over here. I think they are. And then in YouTube down there. Carol says Psycho. Psycho. Still not take a shower alone. That's funny, Carol. I like that. Psycho is scary. And I think my wife is still scared of that. I always want to pull the shower curtain open for multiple reasons, but still try to scare her. I like that one. Psycho. That should have made the list. Might be too old though. I'm wondering how long these movies will still be scary to kids these days. There's so much gore, so much violence, and so much graphics, like the Saw, all the Saw movies, the new Spiral. I like Smile too. Smile was really good. I don't know if there's much special effects in that though. You guys should go see Smile. It's creepy. That creepy part, just watching random people smiling at you.